Hi there, my Inklings, and welcome to part 2 of our reading of A Quest of Magic. So this is editing emmieb because the clip that I was trying to put up was about a half hour long and it did not upload um, easily at all, so I've broken that so basically it'll be 4 parts for this book. And so the first 2 parts will be out today, and the other 2 parts will be following soon, probably next week. Okay. Um, with that being said, let's get reading. Chapter 3. Lila awoke to the sounds of her parents cooking breakfast. She was late. Lila was usually the first one up in the morning, but she stayed up late practicing. She lay in bed with her eyes still closed. Her heart beat fast, making a thump-thump in her ears. Today was the first day the guide magic would work. When she opened her eyes, she'd see a rope of colored light, or she wouldn't. On the count of 3, I'll open my eyes, she thought. 1, 2, 3. She opened her eyes. Nothing but bright sunlight seeped through her curtained window. No colored guide, no familiar search. Tears welled and ran down her cheeks. She let out a wobbly breath and inhaled deeply. Pushing the air all the way to her toes, she felt her chest open up and she sighed. Not today, maybe tomorrow, she said, getting out of bed and dressing. It just means I have more time to practice my spell. She went downstairs and ate breakfast with her parents. They didn't ask if she saw the light, but gave her reassuring smiles and big hugs before leaving for work. It's okay, my purple bug. You'll find your familiar soon. Maybe see if Kirby and Ruby have been called out on the hunt. If not, you could hang out with them, Lila's dad told her, squeezing her tightly. She hadn't thought of that. Miss Kettle said that not everyone sees the guide on the first day of the break. There'd be too many kids looking for their familiars. Okay, I will, Lila said. She felt better. Mira will be here soon. Okay, Lila's mom said, bending down to give her a hug. Lila nodded. I'll wait till she gets here to call Kirby and Ruby. Is it okay if they come over here? Her mom agreed. Thank you, Lila said, giving her mom another hug. Her parents left, and Lila waited kind of patiently for her cousin. She paced by the big window in the front of the house, walking back and forth on the carpet. When she spotted Mira, she opened the door wide and started dialing Kirby's number. The phone rang and rang until finally someone picked up on the other end. Hello? Hi, this is Lila Teafeather. Is Kirby there? Yes, Lila, 1 second. She waited a couple of seconds, then a glum voice answered. Hello, Lila? Hey, do you want to come over? Mom and Dad said you could if you weren't out looking for your familiar, Lila asked. I didn't see the colored rope, and I figured I would practice some more. Kirby perked up a little bit. Sure, that sounds like fun. Beats moping around here, anyway. No colorful anything for me, either. I thought I was the only one. Nope, Lila smiled. Come over when you're ready. I'm going to call Ruby. Okay, bye. Bye. Lila called Ruby's house. Ruby answered identically to Kirby, except she included some facts like only 15% of the students would see the guide magic on the first day, while still sounding miserable until Lila mentioned practicing. At this, Ruby broke her monotonous tone with a squeal and said she'd be over in 2 minutes. Lila hung up the phone, laughing. The 3 girls practiced their spell. Ruby, ever the teacher, helped critique Kirby's and Lila's spellcasting. They ate lunch and spent the rest of the day imagining their familiars, what they would be and what they could do. Some familiars could perform special tricks, some had their own magic, and some were just protectors and companions. No bond between a witch or a wizard and their familiar is the same. Lila's mom's familiar, Button, was white with black stripes like a zebra and could levitate. Lila's dad had a brown barn owl for a familiar, but he flew around town catching mice all day, so Lila didn't really know what he could do. She'd never thought to ask either. The next morning Lila woke with the same flutter in her stomach until she opened her eyes and felt it drop like a dead weight. There was no colored rope, no road leading to her familiar. Ruby joined Lila again to practice her spells, but their practice was marred by the anxiety of not being called for another day. Kirby did not join them. According to her brother Luke, she woke up to a bright pink light rope leading her around town. Lila again woke on Wednesday with no colored rope and no friends to study with. Both Kirby and Ruby were out looking for their familiars. A bitter taste filled Lila's mouth as she practiced her spells with Mira, like the magic had turned to sour milk. Mira tried to cheer her little cousin up, but nothing worked. Lila was in a funk. Lila waited and waited for her colored path to show. She started to worry she wasn't ever going to be shown where her familiar was. What if she didn't have a familiar? What if that's why she hadn't been called out yet? All of the fears she had before began to eat her up again. She didn't really sleep. She barely ate. All she did was practice, practice, practice. On the fourth day, Kirby came to show Lila her chameleon familiar, in all the colors it could turn. It could also make Kirby blend into her surroundings, which was really cool. Lila tried to be happy for her friend, but seeing Newt just made her long for her own familiar more. Kirby only came one day. She was too busy getting to know Newt. Ruby stopped by too. She had Molly with her, a little Chihuahua and Jack Russell dog familiar. Ruby told Lila about all the tricks Molly was able to do, like vanish and reappear. She could also take Ruby with her when she did her disappearing act. Unlike with Newt, Lila wasn't able to see what Molly could do. She just stuck close to Ruby's leg. Her friend's visits didn't help, and she sank further into funk. She wanted to find her companion. She didn't like being the odd one out. Lila had one more day before the end of the break. One more day before another whole year of waiting. Chapter 4. Lila awoke to the smell of reheated pumpkin cinnamon rolls, her mom's special bakery buy before the new school year began. It was one of Lila's favorite breakfasts, but she didn't care today. Today, she lay in her bed, keeping her eyes shut tight. Today was her last day to find her familiar. If no colored light appeared, she'd have to wait a year and be the laughing stock of her whole class. After a couple of minutes, Lila screwed up her courage and opened her eyes. In front of her, clear as day, was a bright blue rope leading out of her bedroom. Lila jumped out of bed, pulled on the outfit she picked out the night before, and hurried out of her room, giggling with excitement. She hurried down the stairs, following the rope out the front door, but was halted by a call from her mom. "Honey, breakfast first," Lila's mom said, smiling. "And you have to wait for Mira. She'll be here soon." "But, Mom, I have to find it today. I can't waste any time," Lila groaned from the doorway. Lila's mom gave her a stern look, and Lila slumped, shut the front door, and walked over to the kitchen table, taking her seat. Her mom placed 2 cinnamon rolls in front of her. "Eat up." Lila did as instructed, but she didn't really pay attention to her food. She was looking at the bright blue light leading out of the house and down the street. She finished her food, put her plate in the sink, and waited for Mira by the door. When was Mira gonna get here? Lila thought impatiently. It's been 15 minutes since Mom made me eat. After a couple more minutes of waiting and pacing, she finally spotted Mira coming down the street. Lila grabbed the container of cinnamon rolls her mom had packed for Mira and ran to meet her. Lila grabbed Mira's hand and yanked her down the street, following the blue light. Whoa there, what's going on? Mira asked, tripping as her young cousin dragged her along. We gotta get my familiar today, Lila said. She looked down at the container in her hand. She released Mira and handed her the container. Here, Mom sent breakfast. Happy back to school, as Mom says. The light is heading this way. Lila took a sharp turn right and continued marching along. After another couple of sharp turns and zigzag paths, Lila and Mira ended up at the town park. Lila followed the light to a tall tree. Lila looked up. I thought only animals can be familiars, she said to Mira. That's right. Maybe your familiar is in the tree, Mira answered, licking icing off her fingers. Lila walked around the base of the tree, peering up through the branches. Sure enough, a large tabby cat lay sleeping on a branch. Lila beamed at the cat and then at Mira. She tried hard to hold in her excitement. She didn't want to startle the cat and have to go chasing after it. She wanted to collect her familiar and enjoy the rest of her holiday. Lila took a deep breath and focused. She swung her arm around like she had a rope. Then she threw her arm up and shouted, Lashio! Lila held her breath. She felt the lasso wrap firmly around the cat with a tug. She sighed, pleased that the spell worked, and on the first try. She waited for the cat to tell her her name. Nothing happened. Lila looked at Mira. What am I supposed to do now? Did she tell you her name? Lila shook her head. Mira's face fell. Then the cat isn't your familiar. How could this cat not be her familiar? The colored light led right to it. Her cheeks heated and she sighed. Lila pulled down to release the spell on the cat, but pulled too hard. The cat went flying out of the tree, hissing as it bumped into branches. The cat startled something else in the tree as well, something Lila didn't see. At the same time the cat landed and shrieked off to the right. A large feathered animal flew out of the tree, running to the left, the bright blue line chasing it. Lila and Mira watched, stunned. Was that a peacock? Lila asked. Mira nodded. Wicked, Lila said. And that is going to end today's reading. We will finish the rest next week. And that's going to finish today's reading. We'll finish the rest next week. Thank you for watching. Again, the link is in the description below if you are interested in purchasing the books. They're in ebook and paperback. And please like and subscribe this video. And yeah, I post 2 videos a week. One is going to be the reading, and then the second one is a day in the life vlog, which is kind of documenting my writing and productivity journey. Thank you again, my Inklings, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.